And welcome to another episode of Jumpstart Monday. This is our bi-weekly show, and today we have a very exciting topic. It's how to have happy and engaged employees. I'm Michael Virardi, and we're broadcasting live on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. So if you can hear me well, please drop a yes in the chat below so I'll know that you can hear as well. And feel free. I've run some videos and I've sent some links that you can join us live and provide us your feedback on how to have happy and engaged employees. What do your companies do? What do you do? What do you believe, how you believe you can help? I've seen people coming live onto the show. Des is here. But first, let me get on with the show and then I will let you in. To come into the show, you have to come from Google Chrome so we can see you as well. And through that browser, because any other browser won't work with the stream. And as I said earlier, today is all about how to have happy and engaged employees. Feel free to share this episode with friends and colleagues because we would love to have your comments. Richard Pettinger, good morning, my friend. Welcome onto the show. Richard is the head of the business school at UCL. We'll be more than happy to join you on the 15th of November, Richard. So guys, let's start. And just before we go on to see how we'll have happy and engaged employees, let's look at the why we should have happy and engaged employees. So please drop me in the chat, why do you believe organizations throughout the globe should have happy and engaged employees, as I go through some of the points. There are many. My personal assistant, Max Pleasant, and with such a surname, you know that he's mostly happy, has bound it down to three very important ones. Let's start with the first one. According to a very recent Harvard report, that's a 2021 report, over 50%, that's 55% of executives believe that in order to provide great customer experience, that's the CX, first and foremost, you need to provide a great employee experience. So that's one of our three whys. Let's see if we have any more comments. It's good morning. Yes, good morning, Stephanie. Lovely to see you. Secondly, organizations with high engaged employees have reported a 3-year revenue growth rate that is 2.3 times greater than the average. So it's 20.1 revenue growth vis-a-vis 8.9 with companies that have engaged employees, companies that have invested in having their employees engaged. That's a report, a recent 4 years ago report by Deloitte. And the third, and perhaps most important reason, that was a testimonial in a book, one of the best books that I've read up to now, is Employees First, Customers Second. Let me show you a banner from this book. This book was written by Vineet Nawar, and Vineet Nawar was the CEO of HCL Technologies, and he managed to grow his company from 1.3 billion to 4.2 billion in 5 years, and it managed to do it on an employee-first philosophy. And during the difficult years of 2008, 2009, when the economic crisis was looming, HCL became the fastest-growing major IT service company in the world, even during those turbulent times. So my dear friends, these are three of the whys on how to have and on why you should have happy and engaged employees. So feel free to send us your comments in. Why do you believe we should have happy and engaged employees before we move on to how? And we do have people waiting to give us their comments. Des is here live with us. Des, I cannot see you. I can only see that you have connected. I cannot see your face, but I will bring you on in just a little while. So now, thanks to Max, we've done something. We have gone to TripAdvisor for companies. That's Glassdoor. That's the logo you now see on your screen. And Glassdoor is a digital company which employees send in anonymously. It's a digital platform where employees send anonymously their reviews about their company. That's former employees or current employees. So Max was kind enough to do some digging to find out what employees want in order for them to be happy and engaged. And the way he did it is that he first and foremost looked onto Fortune and on Forbes to see how some of the best companies in the world, and we identified 6 companies, which I'm about to show you in just a little while, and we saw that these companies lead the way in the USA in terms of happiness and engagement. And then we went on to Glassdoor to get anonymous feedback, positive anonymous feedback, because you can also get negative. And we've seen what their employees value. So let me share my screen now and show you what employees from these companies value. Let's go into graphics. And here it is. According to Glassdoor, my dear friends, the companies value, the employees value the following thing. Let me start with Capital One. Capital One, for those of you who might not know, it's an American bank holding company specializing in credit cards, auto loans, banking, and saving accounts. And they value a work-life balance. And this appears in 1,769 reviews. So Capital One understood that their employees value work-life balance. And in a while, we will see what they've done in order to address this. Accenture is a company that mainly practices in 5 areas, from strategy, management, digital technology, and the rest. And their employees, with 2,181 reviews, and we can send you this list, they value an employee-friendly company. Hilton, which most of you might know, which is a multinational hospitality company, their employees value great benefits, as we will see in a while what kind of benefits. NVIDIA, which is a technology company known for designing, manufacturing graphic processing units. They value great community, and this appears in 202 reviews. Target, as you can see from here, which is a general merchandise retailer store with stores all over 50 states, including the District of Columbia. They value a friendly team members all around, and it appears in 2,651. And Hewlett-Packard, as most of you know, which is a multinational company that sells hardware, software, and related business services. They value hiring people that fit the culture, but they also value flexible care for employees. Let me share my screen now. So Max and myself, we have addressed this, and we went to see what companies are offering, what are these companies offering. And here are what these companies are offering. We have a list here. We can send it to you if you like to see it and if you like to go over it. But let me share my screen once again to show you from all these companies. Dark here. Let's start first and foremost with Capital One. We identified that this company has managed to give great emphasis on work-life balance. And if you can check from the ones that we've highlighted, telecommuting, and let me share my screen. Let me remove this from my screen so you can see me as well. Telecommuting, so people want to avoid, especially in bigger cities, traveling from one city to the other or from one destination to the other, losing many hours. So after COVID, and because technology has gained a great boost, people can work from home. And from what I've seen from Capital One, telecommuting is one of the benefits they offer. They offer compressed work weeks. And by compressed work weeks, people can work less days. For example, with Max, we have an arrangement, as I'm looking at best practices myself, even though this is a 2-people company. I told Max he can work with the Scandinavian model. He can take Friday off and also work 6 hours per day. We don't need to work 8 hours to get our job done, as long as we're meticulous. And they are offering this, which is something that their employees have really taken to it. They're more engaged and happier with that. And sick days for part-timers. As you know, in most countries, part-timers take less days off than full-timers. This company, Capital One, has offered sick days for part-timers the exact same days as full-timers. Accenture, non-discriminatory policy includes sexual orientation. They have followed a friendly employee philosophy. So it doesn't matter if you're a man, a woman, LGBT. Doesn't matter what you believe or what you address yourself as. There is a non-discriminatory policy which includes sexual orientation, same salaries across, again, sick days for part-timers. Hilton hotels, they offer on-site fitness, subsidized gym, because as the ancient Greeks used to say, you have to have a healthy mind and a healthy body, and they do understand that people who work out can perform better at work. They offer on-site medical facilities. From all of us that need to leave our place of work to go to visit a doctor, we know how time-consuming it is. They offer it on-site. College tuition reimbursement, I'm talking again about Hilton, which is great because they believe that it is important that their people grow, they acquire new skills in a world that is technologically advanced. Things are changing from 1 minute to the rest. Student loan debt repayment, one of the causes for people feeling down, disengaged, is because they owe a lot of money, especially to colleges. So they help with student loans so they can pay their dues, very low interest rate, some cases no interest rate. NVIDIA, they are mostly into community, subsidized childcare. You can ask me with my twins, I know how much I pay for taking the twins. So they subsidize childcare, and they also provide college tuition fee reimbursements. Very important. There is a company here in Cyprus that I've seen firsthand, Exness. They're providing a lot of these community and other benefits and friendly employee benefits, work-life balance benefits. So as I was talking to my wife, who's an HR, she's telling me that a lot of people are opting for Exness, not only because of what they do, but also how they do it and how they treat their employees. Target, they are very friendly in terms of employees and a relaxed atmosphere. Subsidized childcare, which I analyzed earlier. Non-discriminatory policy contains sexual orientation, and sick days for part-timers, exactly the same as full-timers. And last but not least, Hewlett-Packard, which combine work-life balance together with friendly atmosphere for employees, unlimited sick days. So if you're sick, we do believe you're sick. So take the day and rest, relax, rejuvenate, and then come back. And non-discriminatory policy includes sexual orientation, which comes up again and again. So these are the 6 leading companies according to Forbes and Fortune. Together with my associate Max, we went on to Glassdoor to find anonymously what their employees are saying and what they're thinking. So let me have your views now. Let's see who's here. And my question to you is, how do you keep your employees happy and engaged at your company? Let's say for Rokas in Athens, which is one of the top law firms. How do you keep them? If you've seen my video before, I shared the link on Facebook, on Instagram, and on LinkedIn. You can come live if you want to discuss this, or please share it. And Richard, if you're still on at UCL, I know that you talk a lot about employee happiness and engagement. So my question to you is, what do you say to your students, to tomorrow's leaders? How should they keep their employees happy and engage the workforce, and why? So guys, let me listen in from you. I know we have a short delay until the answers come in. And for those who are tuning in now, let me say that we addressed the 3 main reasons as to why you should keep employees happy and engaged. We also talked about a great book, if you haven't read it, Employees First, Customers Second. And let me also say that I'm going to be speaking at a conference in Athens on the 18th of October at the KPMG conference. This is my speech. Your ex should come first. Guys, by ex, I don't mean ex-girlfriend, I mean employee experience should come first. So if you want to have a great customer experience, the first thing is to have an amazing employee experience, because the way you treat your employees are the exact way they will treat your customers. So I'm going to receive some of your comments coming in to see what you're thinking about. How should we have happy and engaged employees? What are some of the best practices that your companies are offering? It can be monetary, cannot be monetary, it doesn't matter. I was talking to my friend Sofia, who's in Switzerland, and she has just found a job. And very recently, they ran an exercise. They've given them, they divided them into 3 teams. One of the teams had a budget, the second one had a bigger budget, and the third team had no budget, to come up with ways that people can become more engaged. And at the end of the day, as she told me, the one thing that came out was that people wanted appreciation. It doesn't have to do with money, it has to do with a pat on the back, with a kind word, and this helps a lot. So let's see, LinkedIn user, I cannot see who you are, but I love what you're saying. Relationship based on trust and open communication. Transparency has been shown by our research together with Max to be a very important factor, and it's holding the mirror up to the management as well. The management has to be transparent towards its employees, and they have to create trust. That's very important. Let's see who else. And then I'm coming to you, Richard. Shakir, by giving employees logos of control and ability for them to craft jobs that they're doing, this increases confidence amongst employees and feel the job they're doing belongs to them. Very true, especially with the younger generations. I've seen it a lot with millennials, but also all other younger generations. They want ownership. And by ownership, I don't mean shares in the company, but they want ownership of their work. I'm doing consulting work for a company in Libya. It's a huge company, one of the biggest names, multinational companies. And one of the things that have helped a lot the CEO is when I told him that since these people are young, they're millennials mostly, give them ownership of the projects. And when he asked me, what do you mean ownership of the projects? Shakir, I told him the exact same thing. Let them have logos of control and the ability to craft their job. Tell them what to do. Don't tell them how to do it, and they will surprise you with their ingenuity. So well done. Let's see what Richard has written here, because I've seen that Richard has said something about Shakir. Shakir is ex-UCLA, not employee experience. So let's see what Richard has said. Many thanks. The main thing additionally to say is, imagine the consequences of not doing any of this and how miserable everyone therefore is. With our students, we know that they are clever, so we concentrate on the humanity. We do not have, let's see. So Richard is right. Let's see, we do not have to worry about the cleverness. Same with companies. If you hire someone to do a job, you do not have to worry about their capability. So concentrate on the human aspect. So you're right, Richard. Something we haven't addressed is the consequence of not doing it. And you're very right. I remember you once told me when I came to UCL that I think you accept everyone in 70 students at the business school. So it means that one person is special, but they are special with their grades. They are special with their IQ. So we need to work the EQ in there and the empathy and understanding how important it is to be able to touch other people's lives and to lead others in a way. Cleverness on its own won't work. And I totally agree with you. Let's see, Rokas. Our firm is a traditional law firm since 1975. So we have just started to include our employees' ideas and suggestions, at least you're honest, to our strategic decisions and try to be flexible in working hours. Remove the word try, become flexible. It is not much, nevertheless, it is a good start. Very true. I totally agree with you. First and foremost, congratulations for being honest. And by being honest and saying what you don't do and what you would like to do means a lot. Sergio, very interesting subject, Michael. My pleasure, Sergio. If you want to have access to our research, thanks to Max, you're more than happy to have them. Professors and students, happy to see each other here. Thank you very much. Stephanie, respect, giving you the freedom to work your own way, two-way communication, and to trust you. Freedom, respect, and trust. It has come up again and again and again. So my dear friends, in concluding, I would start how Richard Pettinger has finished. He said that, what are the consequences of not doing it? The consequences of not doing it is that at the end of the day, our customer experience will suffer, and it will suffer a lot. The consequence of not doing it, And because of the great resignation, the great rethink, we will be losing employees. The consequences of doing it is to have happy and engaged employees that probably will stay with our company for a longer period. I remember 20 years ago, I used to see CVs and you would see that people work for one, maximum two companies. Today, I go on to LinkedIn to check some people out and I see 24 companies. We need to find a way to keep our employees. We need to find a way to keep our associates, because I don't like the word employees, to make them loyal to our company. And one of the best ways to make them loyal is to make the environment that they work in a pleasant environment, an environment where they contribute with their ideas, where they feel, as Shakir has said, ownership, where, as Stephanie has said, people are trusted. People have the freedom to maneuver. As I said earlier, tell them what to do. Don't tell them how to do it, and they will surprise you at the end of the day with their ingenuity. Wish you a great week up ahead. This is a bi-weekly show every second Monday. Thank you for tuning in from all over the world. Thank you also to my assistant Max for his amazing research. And feel free to continue your comments. I will answer on them during our recording. Take good care. Have a lovely